In this video, we'll delve into the crucial differences between pointer and value receivers in Go methods. Understanding this distinction is essential for writing efficient and maintainable Go code. Let's start our journey into the world of Go by understanding the significance of receiver functions and methods. A receiver is a special parameter that allows a method to be associated with a specific type. In other words, it defines what type the method operates on. Take a look at the code. We define a type person as a struct with fields name of type string and age of type int. The next section shows a method with receiver. The function greet has a receiver of type person. This means that the greet method can be called on any variable of type person. A value receiver works with a copy of the original value. Any modifications made to the receiver inside the method do not affect the original value. Let's examine the code. We define a type counter as a struct with a field value of type int. The increment method has a value receiver of type counter. When increment is called on a counter variable, it receives a copy of that variable. Thus, the increment happens only on the copy, and the original variable remains unchanged. A pointer receiver, on the other hand, works with a reference to the original value. Any changes made to the receiver inside the method will directly affect the original value. Let's understand this with the help of code. We define a type counter as a struct with a field value of type int. The increment method now has a pointer receiver of type counter. When increment is called on a counter variable, it receives a reference to that variable. Consequently, the increment happens on the original variable and its value is updated. Let's compare value and pointer receivers side by side to highlight their differences. The code on the left shows a value receiver. The function add takes an integer n as input and adds it to the value field of the counter. However, since it's a value receiver, the original counter remains unchanged. On the right, we have a pointer receiver. The function add also takes an integer n as input and adds it to the value field of the counter. But because it's a pointer receiver, the original counter is modified. Value receivers are suitable for specific scenarios. Use value receivers for small structs with few fields, methods that don't modify the receiver, and situations where immutability is desired. Here's an example. We define a type point as a struct with fields x and y, both of type float64. The distance method has a value receiver of type point. It calculates the distance from the origin to the point, but it doesn't modify the point itself. Hence, a value receiver is appropriate here. Pointer receivers are preferred in different cases. Opt for pointer receivers when you need to modify the receiver, for large structs to avoid copying, and for better performance and memory usage. Let's illustrate with code. We define a type database as a struct with fields, records of type slice of record and config of type config. The add record method has a pointer receiver of type database. It adds a new record to the database, modifying the database's records field. Therefore, a pointer receiver is the right choice. To ensure code quality, follow these best practices. Be consistent within a type. Use either value or pointer receivers consistently for all methods of a given type. Consider struct size and performance. For large structs, pointer receivers are generally more efficient. Remember to choose receivers based on your specific needs, considering modification, performance, and consistency. By understanding these principles, you can write robust and efficient Go code.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.